Previously on my coworker did something that left me in shame.
Dad, but I don't want to do it by money. Money's got a toilet. Okay, so now I've got 3 options. That kid left the school and never came back. I don't even think you know who recorded him because this story takes place at a rental place.
Okay, so we got money and we got fame.
The chances of me escaping this was down to a 0. And let me tell you guys something about money. He has a whole family in that house. Yeah. Plot twist. These ones were unnormal and they were bad. My butt started to feel a bit loose.
Hours of me struggling to hold this.
And this was coming on uncontrollable. I have to evacuate the building. I would prefer to save myself from being ashamed. Talk spreads fast. I got it. And it would have been successful. I had no choice but to drop this money. And let me tell you guys something about money. Dad, but I don't want to do it by money. Money's got a toilet. Money's got a toilet. It's coming, guys. I went in. Oh my gosh, what happened? Let's find out.
You know, it's a lovely day, isn't it, Sweet Pea? What could possibly go wrong? And you know when people do this, they're in control. As soon as I sat down, I had no control over this. Before I started, I'm thinking, I gotta release this as silent as possible. This was the result. And remember, this was where we woke, so everything's under construct. That door had no handle. Oh, and did I also mention this room was really spaced out? So there was a lot of echo. Yeah, Money's house got a lot of windows. And there was one just above mine. Like I'm talking back to... Fame house wasn't the only house closest to Money's, but there was one even closer. After a few minutes of butt fatting later, I was done. Whoa! Oh yes! Yeah, I felt so light. I turned around. Oh my gosh! I wasn't even shocked about what I saw in the toilet, but what was around the... Oh my gosh! And this smelled so bad. Like, you know when you guys do this? You just inhale the smell. I had to breathe outside that door. And I'm trying to sound as silent as possible. I then flushed the toilet. This echoed the entire room. So I'm quickly putting on my clothes, because now I gotta get out of there. Whilst I'm doing this, I'm peeking through the door hole. I look back at the toilet. This toilet was making all that noise. And I saw no movement. Like this thing is dead still. Oh my... Does this toilet even work? Just imagine a thick bowl of porridge and you're mixing that porridge and it slowly turns around in the center. This thing had no movement. Oh my gosh! After 10 seconds, I'm seeing a slight movement and this smell was so twisted, it had me inhaling through my mouth. Like I felt that in my chest. Now I'm thinking about opening the window. I look up and I see this tiny rectangle. This window was so small, there was no point of it even being there. Like, who even made this? So I'm opening the window slowly because, remember, there was a window just above mine. And there I was being silent as possible. And the smell of this was so rotten to the point where I'm thinking, I didn't even want it to open the window because it's gonna float up to the upstairs window. I then quickly opened it and now I'm fanning this substance outside that window using my shirt. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And I'm still peeking through that door hole. And this was... whatever. It's time to get the H out of here. Toilet finished flush after about... I don't even know. Throughout all of this. I'm rushing towards the exit. Okay, I just gotta make it outside that door. Oh my gosh, no, I'm about to pull this off. Half successfully. Almost out. Guess who came strolling in? You gotta be kidding me. This person is coming in here with a towel on their shoulder, smiling. They're about to go and bathe. And it was... my coworker. Yeah, you guys realize I didn't mention him last video? Yeah, that's because he wasn't there last video. I haven't seen this guy the entire day. Now bro's coming in here. The place is under construct, by the way. Like, who bathes during work? I was so embarrassed. And there's just this silence in the room. I stared at that man for about 10 seconds. And he didn't even look around the room. He just stood there in complete shock with no expression on his face. Let me just wait for the smell to come out. Oh my gosh! Ah! I just nodded. If you were that coworker, what would you think? Knowing a single man led that abomination. I'm heading out in complete shame. I did have a little smile breaking out the side of my face. That smile was a smile of shame. Not even 10 minutes later, I'm heading back for whatever reason. I got to the door. He sprayed the entire room with perfume. Oh my god! Oh my god. Oh my god! He probably finished the entire bottle because I couldn't even smell my abomination. I just lit not too long ago and he's showering right where I left it. The next day, I didn't even look at him. Plus fame has fame, right? Broke out those cameras all over his house. Man's got that by his step. I'm talking about the Amazon cameras. Yeah. And that was pointed directly at Money's house. So I will not be surprised that he saw the ending of last video. I was praying that the wind would have been flowing in my direction. Clearly it wasn't. And I think I know why. Like, just imagine being in your own house, hearing the sounds of farting noise. I don't know how embarrassing this story can get, but if you guys are ever in a situation like this,